Edinburgh, the capital city of Scotland, is located on the southern shore of the Firth of Forth. The second most populated city in Scotland, it is often regarded as one of the liveliest cities in Europe, because of its stunning rocks, rustic structures, and enormous collection of medieval and classic architecture. The Scots refer to it as the Athens of the North, and with good reason. One of the most well-liked vacation spots in the UK, the landscape is dominated by green hills, a hint of the sea in the distance, building outlines, and red cliffs. It is a city with excellent scenery and incredible panoramic vantage points. Here's a look at the best places to visit while in Edinburgh. Number 1. Royal Yacht Britannia. Built in 1953 and constructed at the John Brown and Company Limited shipyard. The Royal Yacht Britannia is the former royal yacht of the British monarchy and was built at Clydebank. The yacht covered more than 1 million nautical miles, circumnavigating the globe, throughout the course of her 43-year service. Britannia, which is currently retired from royal duty, is berthed indefinitely at Ocean Terminal, Leith in Edinburgh. With more than 300,000 visits annually, it is a well-liked tourist destination. Discover what life was like during royal duty, on board HM Queen Elizabeth II's former floating residence, by touring each of the Royal Yacht Britannia's 5 decks. Number 2. Edinburgh Castle. Overlooking the city, Edinburgh Castle is one of the most intriguing historical sites in Western Europe. Located in the centre of Scotland's vibrant capital city, it is certain to captivate your imagination. One of the most significant fortresses in the Kingdom of Scotland, it is situated atop of Castle Rock. Edinburgh Castle was involved in many historical conflicts, from the Wars of Scottish independence in the 14th century to the Jacobite Rising of 1745. Number 3. Royal Mile. The Royal Mile connects Edinburgh Castle with Holyrood Palace, 2 prominent sites in Scotland's royal past. The route was used for monarchs' ceremonial processionals, hence the name. The Royal Mile is the Old Town's busiest tourist street, and is now home to a diverse array of retail stores, restaurants, bars, and tourist attractions. During the annual Edinburgh Fringe Festival, the High Street fills up with visitors, entertainers, and street performers. Come here to explore timeless Scottish history while shopping, and experience its bustling atmosphere. Number 4. Scottish National Portrait Gallery. Situated on Queen Street in the heart of the city, one of Edinburgh's most notable structures, the Scottish National Portrait Gallery, is a large neo-Gothic palace made of red sandstone that dominates the city's skyline. Sir Robert Rowand Anderson designed the gallery in 1889 as a memorial for Scotland's heroes and heroines. It is a really unique experience, thanks to the rich artistic plan, both inside and out, with its brilliant reliefs, moving paintings, and substantial sculptural decoration. The gallery's exhibits explore various facets of the history of Scotland and its most influential people. This story is told through an abundance of images, including portraits of notable historical figures, like Sir Walter Scott and Robert Burns, as well as more modern pioneers in the sciences, sports, and arts, like Tilda Swinton and Billy Connolly. Number 5. Inchcolm Island. Inchcolm Island is unquestionably the most stunning of all the islands in the Firth of Forth. The island is maintained by Historic Scotland, and its former Augustine Abbey is its main attraction, which was erected in the 12th century by King David I, and is still the best preserved collection of monastic buildings in Scotland. There are currently 2 ferry services that travel to Inchcolm Island, the Maid of the Forth and the Forth Belle, as well as 1 charter yacht company. Passengers have 1.5 hours to tour and explore this beautiful island. Number 6. Forth Bridges. The Forth Bridges represent 3 centuries of engineering innovation. The Forth Bridge, the oldest of the 3, is the most famous cantilever railroad bridge in the entire world. It was finished in 1890, and has a 521-meter span. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is regarded as a symbol of Scotland, having been named Scotland's greatest man-made wonder in 2016. This enormous structure required a total of 50,000 tons of steel and 6.5 million rivets to hold it together. The Forth Road Bridge is a suspension bridge. The creation of the car and its subsequent rise in popularity directly led its construction. Despite the fact that the initial plans for a road bridge were drafted in 1923, it wasn't until 1958 that work on a crossing finally started. The newest bridge, the Queensferry Crossing, finished construction in 2017 and stands proudly next to its prestigious neighbors. Number 7. Holyrood Palace and Holyrood Abbey. Open throughout the year, visit the Palace of Holyrood House in Scotland, which serves as the official residence of the British monarch. This beautiful palace is the home of Scottish royal history and is located at the finale of Edinburgh's famed Royal Mile. With a complimentary interactive tour available in 10 languages, guests can discover the beautiful 14 historic and state apartments, the picturesque remnants of the 12th century Holyrood Abbey, and the amazing royal gardens. Famously known as the home of Mary Queen of Scots, the palace was the location for numerous dramatic episodes in her short reign. The state apartments are still frequently utilized for formal events and state ceremonies today. Number 8. Royal Botanic Garden, Edinburgh. The Royal Botanic Garden, Edinburgh, or RBGE for short, is a well-known tourist destination, as well as a scientific research facility for the study of plants, their diversity, and their preservation. It is the second oldest botanic garden in the UK, and was first established in St. Anne's Yard, next to Holyrood Palace, in 1670. Over 13,300 plant species from throughout the world are represented in the RBGE's living collection, and there are more than 3 million preserved specimens in the herbarium. The garden was transferred west to its current location, which is close to Inverleith Row, in the early 1820s, under the leadership of the curator, William McNabb. Number 9. Edinburgh Zoo. Edinburgh Zoo is an 82-acre, non-profit zoological park. The property offers expansive views of the city from its location on Corstorphine Hill's south-facing slopes. It was constructed in 1913 and is owned by the Royal Zoological Society of Scotland. With over 600,000 annual visits, it is Scotland's second most popular paid tourist destination, right after Edinburgh Castle. The zoo actively participates in numerous animal conservation efforts all around the world. Edinburgh Zoo was the first zoo in the world to contain and to breed penguins. Additionally, it is the only zoo in Britain to house Queensland koalas and giant pandas. Number 10. National Museum of Scotland. The museum, which was established in 2006 through the union of the New Museum of Scotland, houses artifacts from all over the world and covers geology, archaeology, natural history, science, technology, art, and global cultures. One of the more noteworthy exhibitions is the stuffed body of Dolly the sheep, the first mammal to be successfully cloned from an adult cell. Other highlights include ancient Egyptian exhibitions and the Tyrannosaurus Rex exhibition. The museum was Scotland's most popular tourist destination in 2019, with over 2.2 million visits. Admission to this museum is free. Number 11. Arthur's Seat and Salisbury Crags. Arthur's Seat is an ancient volcano that makes up the Edinburgh Hill's main peak that can be seen from miles away and dominates the city skyline. Most of Holyrood Park and Salisbury Crags are formed by it. It is located approximately 1 mile east of the city's center and rises to an elevation of 250.5 meters. It is relatively easy to climb and is a popular place for trekking, as it offers stunning, panoramic views of the city and its surroundings. Although practically any direction can be used to ascend it, the simplest and easiest way to do so is from the east, where a grassy slope rises above Dunsapie Loch. Rock climbing has traditionally been done in Salisbury Crags, where there are routes of varying degrees of difficulty. Number 12. Princes Street. The capital's biggest shopping district, it runs for 3/4 of a mile from Lothian Road in the west to Leith Street in the east, making it the southernmost street in Edinburgh's new town. On the south side of the street, which has few structures, there are expansive views of the valley between Edinburgh Castle and the Old Town. Princes Street Gardens is the ideal place to unwind with friends and family, or spend some time alone, if you want to escape the bustling street life. Number 13. Scotch Whisky Experience. The Scotch Whisky Experience, located in Edinburgh's Old Town, first opened its doors in 1988. The centre conducts tours and offers whisky lectures, along with a shop, meeting rooms for businesses, and amber restaurant and whisky bar. In 2008, this establishment became home to the world's largest collection of Scotch whisky, featuring 3,384 bottles. The collection had been accumulated over 35 years. The attractions shop underwent a £1 million renovation in 2012 to incorporate a variety of additional amenities, including an interactive sampling map and touchscreen distillery guide. Number 14. Calton Hill. Located just beyond the east end of Princes Street and part of the city's UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Scottish Government's administrative centre is located on Calton Hill, with St Andrew's House serving as its primary location. Atop the hill's rocky southern slope, near the base of the hill, you will find the Scottish Parliament building and other notable structures, including the National Monument, the Nelson Monument, the Dugald Stewart Monument, and the City Observatory, which are just a few of the structures that can be seen on Calton Hill. Number 15. St Giles Cathedral. Located next to the Royal Mile, King David I founded St Giles Cathedral in 1124, and it has been a functioning parish church for approximately 900 years. It serves as a look into Scotland's volatile religious history. The existing structure was constructed in the 14th century and extended up until the early 16th century. In the 19th and 20th centuries, extensive renovations, including the addition of the Thistle Chapel, were made. John Knox, the minister of the church, following the Scottish Reformation, is just one of the historical individuals and events that St. Giles is strongly linked to. Hope you liked this video. For more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel.